Hey guys, Roman and Reaper here. Back with a quick little cinema trip. Yeah, so soon. It's only been a few days, but well, this is one I just had to see on the big screen on opening weekend. Well, I say opening weekend. Opening weekend in the UK. It's been out for a few weeks in the States, but yep, Jordan Peele's Nope. So excited for this. Love his first two films. They're really good. He's a really good, promising up and coming filmmaker. Up and coming. He's been in the industry for a number of years, working with Keegan Michael Key in comedy. So up and coming director, we'll say. But hopefully, this one will maybe cement that reputation. Fingers crossed. Anyways, enough for me. Gotta go in, get my snacks, get my seat, and go and see Nope. So yeah, got my frozen Fanta, my popcorn, ready to see Nope. Don't let me down, Peel. So yeah, Nope. Well, that was quite an interesting film. There's a lot to really unpack. Like Jordan Peele does not settle for any easy answers here. That's for sure. It's definitely a film that I say will probably benefit from like repeat viewing. You know, once you've seen it once and you're able to sort of wrap your head around it, so that way you know better on repeat viewings what's going on and maybe pick up on things. But yeah, Nope is quite the experience. For one, this is a huge jump up in scope and scale in terms of Peele's filmography. It's been like on an upward like trend throughout his whole filmography as director. Really, Get Out was a fairly small scale story, and then his second film was Us, which is a quite a bit more ambitious, but there's quite a jump in here because obviously, as it's so proudly proclaimed on like all the posters, this was shot using IMAX 70mm cameras. An IMAX film camera actually appears in the film, so the scope of this film just you really feel it. Like you really feel that sense of scale and the vast barren desert landscape and how small the characters are in comparison. Like visually this film is like stunning, and that jump up in scale I think works really well for what Jordan Peele is trying to say about like spectacle and how spectacle is created, moving past the days of the old Hollywood. And honestly, the entire last act of this film is just a spectacle. You kind of have to see it because it's just exhilarating stuff. And to the film's credit, it's not just going big with sci-fi and vast landscapes. Like this film does very effectively create a sense of dread. There's a recurring thing, and I won't go too much into it. I might just have to do a spoiler video on this film because, as I said, there is a lot to unpack. But there's a recurring thing about an incident on a sitcom. If you know, you know. And there's one sequence with the mysterious flying object at the heart of the film that, whoa. I will say, at times the characterization I think feels kind of shortchanged to make way for this spectacle and these like dread-inducing moments. But I think that might just be part of what Jordan Peele has to say. Speaking of the characters, the acting's pretty decent. Daniel Kaluuya, reuniting with Jordan Peele after Get Out is pretty good here. He's on a very given a very understated, kind of more quiet and almost deadpan performance. And I liked how they worked that in contrast with Keke Palmer's like more energetic, more vibrant, eccentric performance, and I guess that sort of works to communicate to the audience how different these siblings are and sort of how they've grown apart. Also in the film is Steven Yeun, yep, Invincible himself, and I quite liked his character. I really liked his whole backstory and how they explored him like profiteering off this occurrence and profiteering off being like a former child star in like a western film called Kid Sheriff. We've also got a bit of comic relief here in the form of this techie guy named Angel, played by Brandon Perea. Perea, I think that's how you pronounce it. Someone correct me. I liked him. He was pretty fun. As I said, there's probably not a ton of depth to these characters because of the focus on like more spectacle, but the characters are fairly likable company, and you do want to sort of find out by the end what happens to them. So yes, there's all this spectacle, these dread-inducing sequences, and fantastic imagery and great score and sound design. Michael Apples once again composes the score. He's just Jordan Peele's go-to guy, and yeah, he does good here. But for all of that focus and stuff, I will say the pacing definitely does feel like it kind of grinds to a halt in places, like particularly in Act 1, where it sort of starts off a bit slow, setting up the characters and setting up all that's going on this little ranch, but there are kind of points in the film where it does feel like it's kind of going quite slowly, but for the most part it is fairly engaging, especially in Act 3. I'm sorry, but that I'll not tolerate any slander about the entire third act of this film. It's fantastic. But the film kind of uses its slow pacing in a way to sort of build up this real mysterious atmosphere and really slowly feeding you little breadcrumbs to this mystery. Yeah. Nope. All in all, I did enjoy it. It's definitely not quite what I was expecting it to be. It's not a perfect film, but it is something to behold, seeing a filmmaker being given a huge budget and given free rein to create something as like bold and original as this. I definitely say get to it on the big screen because it is made for it. Like, yeah, all in all, are we gonna give Nope a 7.5 out of 10? I liked it. I will probably maybe enjoy this more on a second viewing now that I know what's going on, but yeah, for the most part, my experience seeing this was positive. So, all right, let me know down in the comments. Have you seen Nope? What did you think of it? Without getting into spoilers, obviously. What does your ranking stand on Jordan Peele's films? Let me know that as well. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe button if you're new, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.